Hi YouTube, it's me, the Shy Pianist, or you may know me as Donald of Zephyr War Games, bringing you another deck profile of mine. So, in with like the previous two decks I've been doing this week, I thought I'll showcase another deck profile that was initially made for fun on the concept, and it doesn't have a sort of main archetype, hence with all like the burn and the water deck. So if you read the title, you're probably thinking this is like a deck that you can probably play in the meta, but it's sad to disappoint. When I say negate, it's more of what the deck tries to establish the board with, rather than a consistent way to negate. So without further ado, this is deck 29, as I would say, negate. But yeah, one of the cover cards or the boss cards is Sorcerer of Dark Magic. So any old Yu-Gi-Oh players will then instantly know might get a hint of what this is all about. For you new players, maybe not so much, because you wouldn't see this card in this day and age. And as well as before I get into the deck profile, disclaimer as always: deck was made for fun. Please do not, please don't take this as a sort of meta deck build or anything to be related to the meta. And technically, my card sleeves are standard size as with all but two of my decks. So without further ado, I'll go straight into this deck, which is called Negate. Now, starting straight off, I am playing the two Sorcerer of Dark Magic. So what this card does is that you, for those who don't know, this card cannot be special summoned except by attributing two level 6 or higher spellcaster type monsters. And the main effect for this, you can negate the activation of any trap card and destroy them. So this is like the first part of the negate in a sense. You're playing, this negates all your opponent's traps. And to follow suit, we are playing two Horus the Black Flame Dragon level 8. Hence the other part, which is you negate spells with Horus Black Flame Dragon level 8. So this is like the sort of forefront of what the deck does. Sorcerer of Dark Magic negates traps. Horus Black Flame Dragon level 8 negates spells. Now, so basically, unlike Spell Canceller and Jinzo, you have the option to play your own spells and traps without them being negated. And last part, to round up the negate part, is Destiny Hero Plasma. So, Plasma, while on your side of the field, negates all effect monsters on your opponent's side of the field. So, hence the monster negate, spell negate, and the trap negate. This is the deck's function, as to say, and what it's supposed to do. So, yeah, I'll just move on to the rest of the deck. So following the Horus Flame Dragon level 8, we are playing the two level 6 and the two level 4s. Your idea is to go into level 8 as soon as possible. But as well as the deck's sort of function is to try and utilize everything. So that's why I'm playing two of each. For Sorcerer of Dark Magic, we are playing triple Gargoyle Magician and triple Gargoyle Girl. I figure this is like the best effective way to summon out Sorcerer of Dark Magic, considering Gargoyle Magician can increase its level to anything from 1 to 8, and then Gargoyle Girl, while you control a Gargoyle Magician, it can copy its level. So hence why you can just make it both level 6 or higher, and then tribute to special summon Sorcerer of Dark Magic. For the rest of the monster lineup, I am playing the one Magical Exemplar just to help spam out the Gargoyles, two Magician of Faith, and the one Mask of Darkness just for the spell and trap recursion part for this deck, because it relies a fair amount on the spells and trap in this deck as well. And so, just to emphasis on top of like preventing your opponent from using their monsters, I am playing the two Ground Collapse and the two Geometria. So, back before Link, this combo was to effectively lock out your opponent's monsters, and then you would sit behind with your Sorcerer of Dark Magic and Also up for enjoying level 8 back in the day. And of course, we didn't have kaijus, we didn't have Wrath of Fear mode, so you were pretty safe to make this sort of board while, you know, not being affected as such. So you can see that this was a deck that primarily was to try and basically prevent your opponent from doing anything. But it was a very slow way of doing its job. So yeah, let's go on to the other spells and traps. So I'm just going to continue with the spells first. Next, I play a traffic control. Now, the whole idea with this is that if you do play the Geometria and you play the ground collapse and you have your big beat sticks, your opponent does have the option to switch the tokens to attack mode, suicide them into your attack position monster, and then effectively take damage, but they free up their monster zone. And a traffic control effect is while your opponent controls 3 or more monsters, they cannot declare an attack. Hence, this counters this effect really. For the other spells, I'm playing the 1 level up, just to get your any level 6 or any of your level 4s into level 6 quickly, because level 6 is underfed by spells, so you just mainly use on the level 4. The 1 Scapegoat, well, I would be playing more. The whole idea with Scapegoat was to be played at 3 because Plasma requires 3 monsters to tribute to then special summon. So you can use Scapegoat tokens to then spam out Plasma because Scapegoat tokens cannot be used for tributes, but you can use it for specials. So that's great. For other spells, stalling spells really, the 2 Swords of Ring Light and the 1 Messenger of Peace. But yeah, I think we just might have better stall cards in terms of like you could play Mystic Mine, just sort of, you know, rack up your side of the board of resources before you can, you know, commit to them. But yeah, I still love the whole of using the swords. And other one-offs, I play the Gold Tuck just to search, Monster Reborn, obviously you can grab that when you need, Raigeki. So for Bob Wipe, MST, or you can, I'll probably might bump this to a Twin Twister, but yeah, most of the time I don't need or want to discard, so hence with the MST, and probably the other win, the actual, admittedly, the funny win con is Magical Blast, where you burn your opponent for 200, while you sit behind these Source of Dark Magic and Horse Black Avenger on level 8, and yeah, even Plasma as well, or you effectively locked out their monster zones. So yeah, it all comes down that you negate their side of field, and then just burn them 200. For the traps, I play the 2 Magician Circle just to spam out the Gargars and the Gargar Shield to put onto Source of Dark Magic. So if they were trying to, I think at earliest was be Ghost Ogre, but yeah, that was just to protect Source of Dark Magic to be more effective on the board against spells, and 1 Magic Cylinder just to prevent, just for dealing some damage back. Right, onto the extra deck. So the extra deck is basically comprised of just general basic stuff that you can use in any deck, but there's no real extra deck for this deck per se. So for XYZ's rank 4s, I'm playing the 1 Tornado Dragon for back row destruction, Castell for bounce and stuff, problematic cards, Heartland Draco just to attack directly because once you've set up the board you can do so on that, Baguska for the extra stall on that, and the Utopia package, and just Utopian Lightning, and other XYZs, I am playing the rank 7s, Draco Sack and Big Eye, because I feel like for rank 7s, these are like the 2 best ones to be having in your arsenal. And for 1 rank 8, because of Gaga, well, these are mainly for like Gaga and Gaga Girl play. With the Felgran rather than Hope Harbinger per se, simply because that if you're more, the deck's goal is to just get out Horus rather than the Hope Harbinger. For links, I play the 1 Link Spider, Link Karibo, and Proxy Dragon for your Scapegoat play. Obviously, you can then go into your Boral Sword or Boral Load with these. And to top it all off, I have the 1 Cypherone Lord Lambda, in case you've used your extra monster zone and you feel the need to sort of just open it up. So that's what Lambda comes in to do so. So that is it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed this sort of low key but sort of a meme deck in a way. But yeah, very I would say very amusing to what it is, and yeah, if you can pull off the plays, and yeah, you're just laughing. But yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, happy dueling!